Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is DDare Bionic, if you did not know, and I am back with another video. So it's Monday, and you know what that means. Mental Health Chat Monday. If you are new to my channel and you don't know what Mental Health Chat Monday is, it is essentially a series where I chat about mental health. I impart my knowledge, things that I have discovered through research, close personal relationships with mental health professionals. However, I would like to preface this like I do every single video. I am not a mental health professional. I am not a licensed therapist, psychiatrist, doctor, any of that in any kind of way. I am just a man with high functioning depression on the internet trying to give you some information that I think everybody should have. So today, if you can't tell by the title, we are talking about self-care. Now, what is self-care? What is the definition of self-care? Well, if you break the two words apart, self is you, the person that you are, your being, your existence, that is yourself. And care is what you do to, I almost said take care of, to make sure that you are well, and in this particular case, mentally well. As a person who is a strong mental health advocate, this wave of self-care and self-love that is happening in the world right now is giving me hope. So much hope that we can finally achieve, an end to the stigma and an end to not, a full end to mental health, because I don't think there's really an end. It's a chemical thing, but an end to the stigma and a way for people who have mental health disorders to love themselves and love other people better. So this was kind of requested from a friend of mine. She wanted to know what I do for self-care. If I don't feel mentally well, then things that I'm doing are not going to go well. And that's just the real tea. So I am going to give you some of my absolute favorite mental health self-care tips. First on the list, candles. These candles are both backwards, bitch. Candles. Now, as you can probably tell, these candles are done for. Oh, it still smells so good, even though it's completely gone. I have always been a lover of candles, and this one I could probably get a little bit more life out of. Wait a minute, why did I take this one down? I might have to. Oh, bitch. I love candles. I've always loved candles. I've always been a candles at nighttime kind of person. It's a thing my mom did when we were growing up. She always lit candles. She always had the house smelling good, and so good smells just are always very comforting. So I have a candle going right now. Every time I record a video, I have a candle going. Right now, the candle that's burning is lavender scented because lavender is cooling. It's also close to bedtime for me, so it also helps me to fall asleep. It helps me get into that relaxed mode, and it's part of my ritual. It's part of my sleep hygiene to get myself in the mood to go to sleep. Candles are a number one part of my self-care routine always. I love good smells. I love to turn all the lights off and just have the candle flickering. It's very therapeutic. It puts me in the mood to go to sleep. It helps me with creativity. And that probably is because I've always lit a candle when I'm doing something creative. It just always is instinctual for me to light a candle and carry on about my creative work. Next on my list is something that might be a little, not necessarily controversial, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. So, shopping. A lot of the times when I'm feeling down, when I buy something, I feel better. Now, is that a good habit? It depends on what you're buying. I buy candles, or I'll buy some skincare stuff, or I will, I don't ever buy clothes as a way of self-care. It's always something that is candles or skincare or makeup. Knowing that I have something, I guess, that is coming to me that I can use in my self-care ritual feels good. So spending money is self-care for me. Retail therapy. Cautiously, please. Okay, so next on my list is drinking water. Every human being needs water. You need, 32 ounces of water a day. I probably drink way more water than that a day. I love drinking water. Where is my water bottle? Oh, there it is. Water keeps you hydrated, obviously. It keeps your blood flowing regularly. It regulates your body temperature. Water is truly the elixir of life. Next, and this is more on the personal level of self-care, but talking to my mom, hanging out with my mom. My mom is literal sunshine. She is like the sun walking this earth. She warms up every single person, everything around her. And so sometimes when I'm feeling down, if I just go into her room, I'm like, hey, mom, what are you doing? What are you watching? We talk, we laugh, we kiki. It is so healing just to hear her voice sometimes. It's truly healing. And so hanging out with my mom is always going to be number one top tier health self-care for me. Now we're going to get into some things that are a little more common as far as self-care goes, but are still things that I personally like to do. So taking a walk. I need some fresh air. I need to get out, especially during quarantine. The first month I didn't leave the house because I was really scared. You know, I live with high-risk people. My mom is high risk. And I didn't want to get her sick. So I was like, let me just stay in the house as much as I can, play my video games. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to surgically remove my skin if I don't leave this house. And there's a bike trail by where I live. So I left and I took a nice long walk. And getting outside, moving your body, just even stretching, even though I don't stretch as much as I should, but moving your body, it like physically works out all of the kinks. It like releases the depression in a weird way that I don't even know how to explain, but it feels so good. So moving, exercising is self-care because you are getting yourself out and energized. Last on this list is gonna be probably my second favorite, second only to talking to my mom. And that's being creative. Everyone is inherently creative. Now, I say that to mean everyone is something that they're good at that is creative in a way that they don't even realize is creative. If you, obviously you have the normal, quote, normal creative things like drawing, writing, painting, dancing, singing, all of that stuff. We all know that that is creativity, and I have fallen under that category of creativity. But then you have, you know, people who are on the more, how do you say, I don't even know how to really put this into words, but the less artistic side of creativity. Snuggling with your stuffed animals is a great way of self-care. I forgot to put that one on the list. But yeah, back to creativity. You don't just have to be an artist to be creative. There are so many things that you can do, so many outlets that will allow you to embrace that side of yourself, that creative side of yourself. Even if you're not good at it, just sometimes singing at the top of your lungs, off key, loud in your home feels good. And guess what? That's creative. And guess what? That's self-care, bitch. So I will probably make a part 2 to this video, mostly because I just know that there's so many self-care tips that I just completely have left off this list that need to be on this list that I am blanking on right now because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and it's time for me to go to bed. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you got any information at all from this video, I would love if you gave me a like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you can get a notification every time I post, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you love this design back here, this beautiful logo that says DDare Bionic in a way that you get to interpret yourself, I have a ton of other items on my Redbubble page, which is linked down below, as well as links to all of my social media and my music and my website. You can find all that in the description below. Make sure to also shop Lunatide's hair color using my link below. Get you some beautiful hair color, get the beard color. It's all the same color, but you can put it in your beard too. Guess what? Excited. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for joining me for Mental Health Chat Mondays. Make sure you are sharing this with your friends, sharing it with your enemies, sharing it with your friends, and your enemies, everybody. Share it all over the place to spread the awareness and end the stigma of mental health. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye. I look good in this shirt.